everyone. This is another really gentle yoga session, perfect to do first thing in the morning or any time of the day where you feel you need to just wake your body up. So we'll start, if you feel comfortable in this position, in hero position, and sitting on your heels. And I'm going to turn to the side. And just rest your hands on your legs or on your knees. And roll your shoulders a few times, just to encourage them to relax. And gently close your eyes. And bring your chin a little bit closer towards your chest. Just start to tune into your body, feeling how you're feeling this morning or whatever time of day you're doing this. Do you have any areas of tension or stiffness? I was cycling yesterday, so I know I feel quite tight around the glutes and in my thighs and legs. So just connecting with your body, seeing how you're feeling. And then bring your hands onto your rib cage. So you want your hands quite high up. And just close your eyes again and start to become aware of your breathing and the movement in your chest and in your ribs as you breathe naturally. So don't change your breathing yet, just become aware of your natural breathing rhythms and patterns. And then start to deepen your inhale. And also lengthen your exhale. Pay attention to the movement in your rib cage. Filling up the lungs. And a long exhale, emptying the lungs. Feeling the rib cage sink back down. So keep this going for a few more deep breaths. Sitting nice and straight, opening the chest so you can really feel your chest expand as you breathe in. And take one more really deep breath. And then release your hands, bringing your hands back onto your knees. And you can open your eyes and bring your left hand onto the ground next to you. So you can push into that left hand and take a deep inhale and then bring the right arm up. And as you exhale, stretch it over to the left. Keep your chest nice and open so you feel the stretch on your right hand side. And now as you breathe in, bring that arm back up. And as you exhale, open up to the right. So you're twisting around and also look over to the right. So you're twisting your neck as well. Breathing in, coming back up. And exhaling, coming back to the center. And then place your right hand on the ground. Breathe in, lift the left arm up to the ceiling. And exhale, stretch it over to the right. So now you feel a stretch on your left hand side. Breathe in, coming back up. And exhale, opening up to the left and looking to the left. Breathe in, coming back up. And exhale, coming back. And now as you breathe in, lift both arms up to the ceiling. You can arch your back and look up. And breathe out, bring the hands onto the ground, coming into child's pose. So stretching the arms in front of you and rest your forehead on the mat. back look up, but your hands stay on the mat. And breathe out, rolling yourself back down so your head's back on the mat. And now move your arms over to the left so your legs stay in that same position. You're crawling your hands as far to the left as you can until you feel a nice stretch in the right hand side of your body. And breathe in, lift the head, look up, arch in the back. And breathe out, rolling back down and crawl your hands back to the centre. Breathe in, lift the head, look up, and breathe out, rolling back down, and then crawling your hands over to the right. Just as far as you need to till you feel that stretch on your left hand side. Breathe in, lift the head, arch the back, look up. Exhale, rolling yourself back down, and moving your hands back to the centre. And rest your forehead on the mat. And rest your arms by your legs. So just give the shoulders a little rest. And now as you inhale, roll onto the top of your head and let your bum come up from your heels, up, above your knees. And then exhale, rolling back down to child's pose. Inhale, rolling up to the top of the head, letting your bum come up. Exhale, rolling back down. One more time, coming up. And exhale, coming back down. And then stretch your arms back in front of you again. So all the way in front. And then start to lift yourself up, coming up onto hands and knees. And then come to sit on your mat. And you want to be in a loose cross-legged position. I'm just deciding which way is best for me to sit for you to see. I think this is probably best. So really loose cross-legged. And you want to think about your feet going out to the sides more and your knees coming closer together. And just pay attention to which leg you've automatically put in front of the other, because we're going to also do the other side afterwards. So really nice loose cross-legged position. And then breathe in, lift both arms up to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, fold forward. And you should feel already quite a strong stretch. I don't know if it's because I've been cycling, that might make a difference, but I'm very tight in this area today, so I really feel it around the tops of the thighs, the glutes. And just stay here for a few deep breaths, and after a bit of time, maybe you can come down onto your forearms. Relax your head and your neck. You can also just give your neck a little movement back and forth, just to wake the neck up as well. And then taking a deep inhale, bring your arms all the way back up to the ceiling. And exhale, releasing your arms. And you're going to switch your legs. So now you're going to put the opposite leg in front of the other. And again, think about your feet moving outwards and trying to bring your knees inwards. And then breathe in, arms come up. And exhale, fold forward. And maybe it feels different on the other side. That happens quite a lot in yoga, where it might feel easier or tighter on one side than the other. We're not the same on both sides. So just pay attention to that, notice that, accept that. It's just an interesting thing to notice in your own body. Stay for a few deep breaths. Maybe you can come down onto your forearms. Again, give your head a little bit of a nod or a shake. Very gentle though, gentle movements with your neck. breathe out, releasing. And stretch your legs out of the mat, which should feel quite nice after that. Just bounce your knees a little bit up and down. And then open the right leg a little bit to the side, not too far. And bend your right knee, bringing the sole of your foot against your thigh. Making sure the right foot is flexed and active. And just turn yourself to face over that right leg. And breathe in, lift the arms up. And breathe out, fold forward. Not forcing or pulling, maybe you can reach your foot or your ankle or somewhere on your lower leg. Take a breath here. And then leave your right hand on your foot or your ankle or wherever. Release the left and breathe in, open up to the left, look to the left. It's a really nice open chest. Breathe out, coming back around over that right leg. Breathe in, release your hands, bring your hands up to the ceiling. Twist back to the center and exhale, release your hands. And now release that left leg, stretching it out just next to your mat, so slightly off center. And bend the right leg, bringing the sole of your right foot against your thigh. Turn yourself over that left leg. Flex that left foot. Breathe in, arms come up. And exhale, fold forward and grab your foot, your ankle or somewhere on that leg. Take a breath here. And then leave your left hand on your foot or your ankle or wherever. Release the right. Breathe in, open out to the right, stretching to the right, looking to the right. And exhale, coming back around to that leg. Inhale, coming up, arms up. And then twist back to the center, exhale, release your arms. And release the legs. Stretch them out again. A little bounce. And now for the next pose, there's a few different options for the legs. You can sit like this in just a normal cross-legged position. Or turn to face you. Or we'll start with the left. So bring your left knee to point forwards. So your heel's going to be kind of back where you're just under your thigh. The left knee's pointing forward. And then bring that right foot over, and then you'll feel a nice stretch on that right hand side of your glutes. Or, if you want to go further, you can try to bring that right foot next to your thigh and see if you can bring the knees one stacked on top of the other. It's not accessible for everyone, but those are the options. Choose your option. And now I'm going to turn around so you can see what we're going to do with the hands. So there's also a few options. So choose your leg position first. So we've got the right leg over the left, or you might just be cross-legged, it doesn't matter. But if you have got the right over the left, then we'll bring the left arm up. So breathing in, lifting the left arm up, and then bend that arm and try to bring your hand on your spine. You can just pull that elbow with your right hand. And you might want to just stay here, that might be enough. Or you can open that right arm to the side. Turn like your shoulder, so rotate the shoulder so your thumb is pointing down. And then bend that arm and try to take both hands together behind you. So this is the full pose. If that's not accessible or you're really close but can't quite reach, then you can use a belt or a strap or whatever you might have handy around the house. So just getting back into that first position. I'll show you how you can do that. Like that. And then over a little bit of time you might be able to creep the fingers closer together. nice and open. And then releasing the hands, releasing the legs. So just stretch your legs out and start to roll your shoulders. And just pay attention to how your shoulders feel now. So it can be quite a strong stretch for the shoulders. You might decide that when we do the other side, you want to just do the first version, the first option. I'll go through all of the options again when we do the other side. And coming to the other side. So you can either, again, come into a cross-legged position, or now bring the right knee to point in front, and the left foot over, or the left knee over the right knee. So choose your option. And then breathe in, lifting up the right arm. And then breathe out, bringing that hand down onto your spine. You might choose to stay here, you might think that's enough. You can pull a little bit on your elbow so you feel a nice stretch here in your shoulder. Or you might be interested to see how it goes on the other side, because this is a pose that very often people can do on one side but not the other. So you might decide to stretch out the left arm, rotate so that your thumb is pointing down, and then bring that hand, and I find it much easier on this side. You can get the hands much closer together. So give it a go, see if it's different for you on this side. Keeping your shoulders nice and open, your chest open so you're not hunching over. And then releasing the hands, and releasing your legs, stretching your legs out. And again, roll the shoulders. And we'll also go the other direction with the shoulders. And one at a time, rolling one shoulder and then the other. And backwards as well. And then plant your hands on your mat next to your hips. Flex the feet and gaze at your toes. Sitting nice and straight, engaging your core strength, your tummy muscles. And then as you breathe in, lift the right leg up. Breathe out, lower that leg back down. Breathe in, lift the left leg up. And exhale, lowering it back down. So thinking about keeping nice and straight, sitting nice and straight as you do this. Breathe in, lift the right leg up. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift the left leg. Breathe out, lower. One more time, breathe in, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left leg. And exhale, lower. And now turn your legs to the side. Come onto all fours, onto hands and knees. So you want your hands to be under your shoulders, knees hip width apart, under your hips. And breathe in, arch your back, look up. And breathe out, round in the back, chin to chest. And now we're going to walk the hands over to the left like we did when we were in child pose. So coming all the way around till you feel a nice stretch on the right side, keeping your legs where they are. Breathe in, arch the back, look up. And breathe out, round and back. Walking your hands back to the centre. Breathe in, arch the back, look up. Breathe out, round in the back. Walking the hands over to the right hand side. So you feel a nice stretch on your left side. Breathe in, arch the back foot up and breathe out, round in the back. And walk your hands back to the centre again. One more time, breathe in, arch the back foot up. And breathe out, round in your back and tuck your toes under. Spread your fingers, push into the hands and then lift your knees from the mat. And bring your bum up to the ceiling and your heels towards the mat. Doesn't matter if your heels don't touch the mat. And just start to walk your legs. So really relax, downward dog. One by one, stretching a leg. Walking. Relax your head, just shake your head a little bit left and right. Just to make sure you're really relaxed in the head and neck, looking through your legs. And then come into your downward dog, so heels releasing towards the mat. And then walk your hands over to the left again. And now you're going to feel a stretch on that left leg. Walking back to the centre again. Back to your downward dog. And then over to the right with your hands. And you feel a nice stretch in your right leg. So just go as far as you feel comfortable. Coming back to the centre. And then bend your knees. Walk your feet closer to your hands. And keep your knees nice and bent. Deeply bent, hip width apart with your feet. And take your elbows with your hands. So right hand on your left elbow, left hand on your right elbow. Relax your head and neck. A nice deep bend so that your chest is supported by your thighs. And just take a few breaths here. Then you can lift your chest from your thighs, come up a little bit, and start to sway your body from left to right. And then releasing the elbows, releasing your hands, and slowly straightening the legs, slowly coming up. Bringing your arms up in front of you, all the way up to the ceiling, looking up, arching your back, and then keeping the arms going back around behind you, and then resting by your sides. You come to stand a little bit further forward on your mat. Step your right leg behind you, but not too far. You want both feet to be pointing forwards. You're going to try to keep both legs straight for this pose. So bring your hands onto your hips. Breathe in here. And breathe out. Start to fold forward until you feel a nice stretch in the back of that left leg. It's the whole hamstring. And take a couple of breaths here. Inhaling, coming back up, and exhale here. Bringing up your arms to shoulder height. Breathe in here. Breathe out, twist over to the left, so you're twisting your torso, your neck, your head over to the left, your arms as well. And then breathing in, coming back to the centre. And exhale, twisting around to the right with your arms, your torso, your head and neck. Breathe in, coming back. Breathe out, twisting around to the left again, and now stay here. Breathe in, look to the right. Breathe out, stretch as if you want to touch that wall in front of you. And then bring your hand down, if you can, onto the outside of that left foot. So we're in a revolved triangle pose. If you feel really unstable, or you just can't do this pose, you can always bend this left knee, but otherwise try to keep it straight. And some people also find it easier to have the hand inside the foot. So there are other options. Breathing in, coming back up. And breathe out, back to the centre. Release your hands and step your feet together. And just walk your feet a little bit, bending the knees. And then we'll do the other side. Stepping the left foot behind you, not too far. Both feet pointing forwards. First of all, bring your hands onto your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. And feel that stretch on the back of your right leg. Take a couple of breaths here. And then breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, release your hands. Bring your hands up to shoulder height. Breathe in here. Breathe out, twist over to the right. Breathe in, come back around. Breathe out, twist to the left. Breathe in, back to the centre. And breathe out, twist to the right. And now stay here. Look out over the left hand, so look forward. And breathe in, reach as if you want to touch that wall in front of you. And breathe out, bringing the hand to the outside of that right foot if you can. You can look down or look up at your right hand to see what feels better for you. Again, think about those other options. You can bring the hand inside the foot. You can bend that front leg if you need to, but otherwise try to keep it straight. Breathe in, coming back up to the side twist. And breathe out, coming back to the centre. Release your hands and step back to the front of your mat and walk your feet a little bit. And now bending your knees. Breathe in, bring both hands up. And you want to push your knees together. Stay here for a few breaths. Feet are together, knees are together. Bum is tucked in, so you're not sticking your bum out. Just think about tucking that tailbone in, using your core strength. Take another inhale here. And exhale, bringing your hands down to the mat. And step your feet back so that you're in an all-four position. Then coming to sit on your heels. Lifting the torso up, lifting your arms up. Breathe in here. And breathe out, come down to child's pose. So resting your forehead on the mat. And just take a few breaths here. Lift your head, come back up to all fours, turn your legs to the side so that you can sit back and come to lie on your back. And bring your knees up to your chest. Grab your knees with your hands. Just pull them towards you gently. And then release your hands and bring both arms out onto the ground at shoulder height. And then breathe in here. Breathe out, drop your knees over to the right hand side. So you're trying to keep that left shoulder down. If it starts to pop up like this, bring your knees up a little bit. Breathe in, coming back to the centre. Breathe out, drop the knees over to the left. Trying to keep that right shoulder down. Breathe in, coming back up. Breathe out, drop the knees to the right. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, dropping over to the left. Keep going with this. Timing it with your own breathing, your own rhythm. Breathing in as you come back up and drop over to one side. Really nice movement, twisting the spine, taking the spine in a few different directions, waking the body up. And then bring your hands back onto your knees, pull your knees towards you one more time. And you can roll a little bit left and right here if you want to. And then we'll get ready for relaxation. I've got a different relaxation pose to show you today. I don't know if this will be possible for everyone, it depends what you have at home. I'm going to use a bolster from the yoga studio, but I doubt many of you will have a bolster at home. Some of you will be lucky enough to have one. But you can also use cushions stacked up, or the arm from your sofa, and you can just be creative. Look around the house, maybe you have a bean bag, something that you're going to be able to lie on. It's going to give you a little bit of support. So we're going to start with having that end of the bolster, whatever you have at home, just behind you. And bring your feet together, so you've got a diamond shape on the mat, so you're in a butterfly pose. And then lie back onto your bolster, so we're in a reclined butterfly pose. And let your arms rest on the floor next to you with your palms facing up to the ceiling. For some people this might feel like your head is too low. In that case, stack some more cushions underneath so you're a bit more upright like I am now. So imagine I have some cushions behind me. Or if you're happy lying flatter, go ahead. You can do this with just a few cushions underneath you as well, to be honest. Play around and see if you can feel comfortable in this pose at home. And then close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, a deep breath in through your nose. And now as you breathe out through your mouth, relax your whole face. Feel your eyes relax, your forehead. Any tension you might be holding in your forehead, just iron out all of those wrinkles. Feel your eyes relax, don't scrunch up your forehead or scrunch up your eyes, just relax that whole area. Just, you can move your neck a little bit left and right if you want to. And then feel your neck totally relax. Your head is heavy on your cushion or bolster. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your whole spine and back supported. Your breathing's returned to normal now, not too deep. And feel yourself relaxed, but also really aware and ready for the day. So trying not to slip back into dozing off or becoming too relaxed. We're relaxed, but really aware of the day to come. So you can imagine you're lying out in the sun. We've had some beautiful weather these past few weeks. So you can imagine you're in the sun, you can feel the sun shining down on you, on your open palms, on your face, warming you up, warming your whole body, ready for the day. So feel that energy, that warmth from the sun. And then bringing your knees together, so lifting both knees up together. And very carefully bringing your knees a bit closer and very carefully come to lie on one side. So be careful coming off your bolster or your cushions or whatever. And lie on your side on the ground. Using your hands to push yourself up, come to sit on your mat. And you can sit in just a comfortable position, might be cross-legged. But sit nice and tall, straight back. Bring your hands together in prayer position at your chest. Keep your eyes closed for now. And breathe in, lift your arms up above your head and open your arms wide. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. Imagine again that sunshine, that sunlight warming your whole body, energizing you, ready for the day. So just visualize that now, power of that sun and warmth and energy. And then bring your hands back together above your head and down to your chest and fold forward. Namaste. Thanks for watching again, and see you again next time. Bye.